Hello and welcome. This is Paul Lashati at the Valley Bar and Bistro. We're here tonight to basically put on the map the African Actors and Actresses Guild. There's been so much talk about what we need to do right in the industry. There's been a lot of work going on, as you all know, with several pictures that have been put out there, a lot of other productions that we've been working on. There are flaws, there are exceptional qualities. There's so much else that is going on in the industry right now. Tonight, a group of wonderful people are gathering together to do something very important, to set a standard and a platform for everybody else to pick up on what we're trying to do, to shape up the industry, make it better, to work for every one of us. I'm privileged to have with me Dr. Clarice Ford-Kulah. She is an executive of the African Actors and Actresses Guild. She's worked extremely hard, traveled all over the place to push this message across. That way every one of us would know what we're on about. It's time we do something that looks like the SAG, but only from the African front. Good evening to you, Dr. Kulah.
Good evening, Mr. Paul.
And we're glad to have you once again.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
What are you doing here tonight? You want to let the world know about that?
All right. Tonight we are here to talk about a guild for our African movie industry, for the actors and actresses. Our goal is to unify people. Our goal is to also push the actors and actresses that we already have and to encourage new ones that would like to enter this industry, giving them guidance, giving them information, giving them everything that they need to be successful actors and actresses. So that's why we're here tonight.
Excellent. Now, you know, I was with you in North Carolina just a couple of months ago. Several people had the opportunity to vent and to also give their opinions and all their recommendations and so forth. Now, we never had much time to cover a whole lot. What is it that you feel that the people need to know tonight that was not said in North Carolina?
Well, there was a lot said in North Carolina, but I think if there's one big thing that I would push is the guild. We talked about the guild, but people didn't really get to give their opinions as to why we need the guild. And my main thing is, with all of the complaints that we're getting, if we had a guild, those complaints would be addressed. So my thing is, let's not just talk, but let's show some action by signing up for the guild, becoming a part, because as a unit, you can do so much, you know, and when you're by yourself, it's harder to do. So I think coming together, forming this group, being a part of the guild and allowing the guild to support us as we support each other would be one of the things that we didn't fully address that I think needs to be addressed.
Okay. Now, I'm particularly concerned about the complaints.
Right.
Because you see, when you're nervous, it's a good thing, because you don't want to make any mistakes.
Right, I know.
But if we're having complaints, then that's what we need to be addressing.
Exactly.
Now, what would you typically say are some of the most pressing and most nagging complaints that we have in the industry today?
Oh my gosh, yes. Concerning the actors and actresses, of course. A lot of the actors and actresses complain about working with certain producers. The producers sometimes don't want to pay them, or will say, I'll pay you at this juncture, and they never deliver. They also complain about, you know, if you're not paying me, then respect my time.
Right.
You know, we can't be on set for hours and we're not getting paid, and I'm leaving my other job that pays the bills.
Right.
So the key thing is formulating a guild, having a pay scale, which alleviates some of these complaints. Another thing, of course, would be some of the producers hitting on the young ladies in the movies. It's one of those things that, you know, even in Hollywood, they still suffer from that. So I think, again, a guild can address that. If you are hired as an actor or actress and a producer is doing that to you, we can fight for you. We can take care of that. You know, we can talk to that producer. There are ramifications, in other words, so that you don't have to fight that on your own. Yeah.
Now, I know there are a lot of other executives on the guild. Now, what do you particularly do as far as the guild goes? What is your primary role and function with the guild?
Well, right now I'm serving as the president. Robert Peters, the vice president. Reggie Airwalk, he's in charge of our production kind of thing. We've got several different people, and you know, as they come up, you can talk to them about that. And my primary goal is to go out there and find people to join the guild. Go out there and find actresses and actors, find their voice, and that voice is us. We can go out and speak for them. So really, that's my goal.
Now, what other areas can you pinpoint as far as having people plug into these positions? Because they came up as well. There was a long list of openings that the Guild is making available for the public. What else is there? Who else can join this
Well, I mean,
Guild?
well, right now we have Sputnik Arawak, he produces music. He's also a part of the Guild. Lydia Wardula is a part of the Guild. Victor Olatoye, he's a part of the Guild too. And there are other positions that are there. We're just looking for dedicated people, I would say. We need dedicated people who are not just going to sign their name on a piece of paper. Yes, I'm a part of the executives for this guild and do nothing. We need people to get out there and work. We need people to come out on nights like this and support us. We need people to help us go out there and get more people. We need people to talk about the guild. Like, you know, Reggie, I know he's always in interviews talking about the guild, and we appreciate that because we need a lot more of that because it's the only way to get the message across.
Absolutely.
Because I'm telling you, without a guild, we are going to continue to have a lot of complaints. We're going to continue to not have the better movies because my thing is if you're an actor or an actress in the guild, you may not be able to pay for acting lessons because that's another thing people complain about our films is that the acting sucks. But if our guild has enough funding, we can hire people to come in and do training sessions with our actors and actresses because we do realize that they don't have money all the time to go out there and facilitate having acting lessons. But again, we can have workshops, things of that nature to just encourage them. Same thing with writers. We're looking for, we need good writers. People complain, you know, in other countries that the stories that come from U.S., you know, the storylines are not that strong. But it starts with the writers and then, of course, the directors, the producers, and everybody. So my thing is, if we have workshops, you know, because writers are able to sign up too. If we have workshops, we can send those writers out to get a little more help, a little more feedback on their writing so that it gets better, you know. So that those are the issues that we're facing that we need to address.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a couple final questions, you know. It's going to be maybe 2 or 3 fold, but it came up as well at the NAFCA seminar that, you know, the African Actors and Actresses Guild is going to go on to set up the African Film Festival. That way we will be able to showcase our movies up on that level as well. Now, is this something you're still pushing through? And then also, what would be your ultimate goal for this guild?
Oh my gosh, you would ask me that. Well, yes, we're still pushing that. We've got the marketers that they're creating their association. The producers are doing the same thing, and we're hoping to all fall under one umbrella pretty soon. So the goal, really, my ultimate goal for this guild, really, is for all of us to come together, pull our resources, and do a big production, a very large production for the African movie industry where people from Ghana, Nigeria, Liberia, wherever you come from, you come together, produce this movie because it's going to be a large budget movie. We can't do it by ourselves, but if every group came together, then we could. And then we wanted to pitch it to Hollywood, if we wanted to do whatever we want to do with it, we could. You know, so that's my ultimate for this guild. And there was something else you said about...
Well, about the African Film Festival.
Yes.
Is this something that is still going on?
Oh, yes. We're pushing for the African Film Festival. Too many times we shoot these movies, they never get out. Distribution is an issue because, you know, right now you've got people watching the movies on the internet, you've got people watching them so many places. So you shoot the movie and the movie is sitting on the shelf. We want an opportunity to showcase the movies. So my thing is, if we had an outlet where, you know, somebody knew that I'm shooting this movie and it's going to be shown at a film festival and maybe get picked up by a production house or whatever, you know, then we would be more eager to do that because sometimes you shoot and you don't have enough money to put the movie out there or to publicize it the right way, so it sits on the shelf. But again, this would be a good outlet. And also, for my actors and actresses in this regard, I find a lot of them are in a lot of movies that never come out. Again, they're sitting on the shelf. But it is bad because when I go to award ceremonies, I want to see our actors and actresses here being nominated for something. How can you be nominated if no one has ever watched the movie? But if you have a film festival, then there's another opportunity to showcase your talent. We'll see the movie, we'll see you in the movie, we'll begin to talk. Oh, you know, I saw her in such and such a movie, she was really good, and, you know, I really would like to have her for my next movie. Then we begin to get contact information on that person, and we can call them and maybe get them more jobs. So it's for the betterment of the producers and the actors and actresses because, again, another outlet, another opportunity to showcase your talent, to showcase your movie, which if we don't do it, then you won't have that outlet. Because I know with the Pan-African Film Festival, you know, that's the only real film festival on this side of the world that sometimes we can't enter in, but a lot of us don't enter into it. And I find that a lot of South African movies are in it, not necessarily a lot of our movies on the West Coast, from West Africa. And so we need something. We need something like that that's going to showcase African movies. I mean, honestly, because we need that outlet.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Clarice Ford-Kulah, a writer, producer, and now the president of the African Actors and Actresses Guild. She's doing extremely well, tremendously well. She's pushing it, going across the globe to send this message across. That way we can polish up and refine the industry to reflect the standards that we've been looking for it to reflect. Thank you very much. You look really lovely tonight. Yes, of course.
Yes, one more thing. If you're in Hollywood or California, anywhere around there, I'm going to be giving a talk at the Pan-African Film Festival in February.
Okay.
And so watch out for those dates. We'll be presenting the Guild once again, and another opportunity to have people sign up. So we're looking forward to doing that because there are going to be people from every walk of life, African Americans, just everywhere in Africa are coming together to do that film festival. And so it's a perfect and wonderful opportunity for us to address some of these issues. So I look forward to seeing some of you guys there.
Thank you very much.
All right,
so
thank you.
Mark the date. When is it going to be? In February?
It runs February 16th through the 20th, somewhere in there, but we're going to have flyers out before that time.
Pan-African Film Festival. Look out for it if you're in the California area, because we're bringing it to you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your evening.
All right, thank you.